mother who is a wonderful chairwoman who is tough. And she's serious about doing things that are going to be good for the American people, good for our voters, and fair for our nominee. That's what her charge is.
No doubt about it, but I'm wondering about the influence of Donald Trump on the party and whether this is a reflection of that as well.
Yes, I think President Trump's impact on the party has been significant. He expanded our party. He made our party more diverse. He expanded the base. He made us a blue-collar party. But in addition to that, he's taught us how to stand up and stand for things that we know to be right. And what we've seen with President Trump's administration was a very adversarial media towards him. But at the same time, with President Trump, you saw a lot of access. You cannot say that under the Biden administration compared to the Trump administration, that the Biden has given the media more access, more interviews, and more availability. President Trump was very much available and accessible, and his entire White House was. And so because of that, and because of the way he was treated during this debate process, what the RNC chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel, is simply saying is, for the future nominee, whomever he or she might be, because we have to remain neutral during the primary process, when we get our nominee, it should be fair, it should be objective for both candidates. It applies to both. And I think every American should want that.
Before I have to let you go,
You sound like a preacher. I four flows, man.
That's okay. That's all right. And I appreciate you coming to talk about this. Because I read the letters. I understand some of where you're coming from. I think some more transparency for the commission would probably not be a bad thing, especially in this day and age. I did ask on social, what do people think about this? And there were quite a few people who, either on social or just personally, felt like the RNC was just acting like sore losers. I mean, life ain't fair. Every situation you're going to be in ain't fair. I keep thinking of that Langston Hughes poem, "Life for me ain't been no crystal stair." And you have to perform on the stage that's set for you and still rock the mic. I know I can rock the mic on any stage that's set for me, especially as a person in a position of leadership. To those who would say, we know you don't like the rules, suck it up and debate anyway. Change it as you're debating anyway, but don't miss the debate. What would you say to them before we go?
I would simply say, even if you were on the stage, I would want you to have a fair shot. And I wouldn't want it to be leaning towards or giving any type of benefit or props to your opponent. It should be fair. It should be objective. And the whole purpose of the debate is to provide that platform, a fair platform. And there's guidelines that are placed beforehand. Same podium height, notes or no notes, lighting, all of the things, time, all of things are designed to be fair. What we saw with the debate commission was unfairness. And we want it to be fair for the next person. And I think every American should want that. If your child is playing in sports, it should be equal. When everyone gets on the starting line up, same gear, gun goes off and you go. It should be fair. One person should not be out front ahead. The judge shouldn't let somebody else start before him. It should all be fair. That's how the game is played. Yeah. And the best person will win in the end as long as it is equal and fair and you don't have different treatment. That's all we're asking. It's very simple.
I got to say, I'm coming away from the conversation understanding a little more about where you're coming from. Some of the things you demanded feel kind of cosmetic, some of which hopefully seem very easy to fix. I do think that the commission should talk more about this in general. We have invited the commission to come on. We will extend the invitation. That invitation will stand. And for now, I just appreciate you coming on to talk about this. And I thank you for making time for us. Paris Dennard, national spokesman for the RNC. Mr. Dennard, appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'll be happy to come on anytime.